All right, the next guy here up in our pre-draft series and how they look on the Washington Wizards is Jeremiah Fears. He is a rookie guard, or excuse me, a freshman guard from Oklahoma. Like Cooper Flag, he reclassified to be in college basketball this season, even though he could have played another year of high school basketball. And there's like a long history of freshman point guards, reclassifying early and not doing anything and sort of derailing their career because they just weren't ready for that moment and never settled in comfortably after that. And Fears is really the first one I can think of to come in and just be successful like day one for an Oklahoma team that honestly I think he helped exceed expectations. He was actually a late addition to their roster because of the reclass. Had to kind of go find a new team to go out and play. I want to say he was originally committed to Illinois, and they had Kasparas Yakashonis coming in here this year too. So Fears opted to go somewhere else. Playing in the Big 12 as a freshman with not a ton of help, like similar to the Trey Johnson combo, Fears drove a lot of offense for Oklahoma. He averaged 17 points per game, 4 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 3.4 turnovers, as I mentioned in other videos. I'm not really that concerned personally with those turnovers because didn't have a ton of help or other playmakers next to him. Had Duke Miles, a guy that came in from High Point, just kind of underachieved, but there weren't a ton of other guys creating stuff. So it's a lot of pressure on Fears to make some things happen. And I think that resulted in him in enforcing some stuff or, getting out over his skis a little bit when driving the ball and just trying to dump it off to somebody when the defense didn't collapse fully around him because they weren't really, scared of those other options. And because he is sort of underdeveloped physically, I think they were okay leaving one-on-one coverage on him most of the time and assuming he wouldn't finish as well around the rim. He shot 43% from the field this year, which is obviously not what you want, and was sub 30% from three at 28.5%. Is an 85% free throw shooter. I have no doubts that he'll shoot a reasonable percentage over time. So you might be thinking, all right, skinny, young point guard, didn't shoot a great percentage, was kind of a chucker to some extent, you could maybe say, and a decent assist, but a high turnover guy. So like, what's the value? Dude's doing this at his age is almost unprecedented at this point. And I'd be willing to bet that just as he develops over time, he's going to overachieve from where his high school rankings and things like that had him. Just based on what we're seeing here. So probably is a guy that if he went back to college basketball, I wouldn't be shocked to see him jump into like the top 5 of draft boards next year. But if you're him and you can be in the lottery this year, you just go. So I think this is a dude that it's a little higher risk, high reward. If you end up at 6, like maybe there's a chance, but he isn't the biggest dude in the world, so it'd be a question mark for how he